Hello, everyone. My name is Antoine Powell, and I chose to do my research paper on the smart home and how they could be beneficial for families. When you think about technology and the pace that is growing right now, it's everywhere. It's in our homes, it's in our pockets, it's in the businesses that we actually go and visit all the time. But one of those sectors that has not grown as much, that is growing at a rapid pace right now, is smart home integration. Smart home is a lot of different things. There's a lot of different components to a smart home. You have the smart lights that can be turned on and off with the phone or with your voice if you're using like Alexa or Google Home. You also have things like smart thermostats that can keep your home temperature set up a certain type of way. It notices when people are home and when people are not home, and it kind of learns your schedule over time so that you're not keeping a full house cool in the middle of the summer. You're sort of saving on the energy bill. A couple of other components are door locks. You have door locks, and door locks sort of gives you the sense of security. So not only do they lock and unlock your door remotely, but it sends you alerts when every time that your door is open or closed. It'll tell you if that door is locked or unlocked for anywhere from anywhere in the world remotely. Uh, Also, another great use of a lock is the garage door opener. So they have smart garage door openers that people leave their house and they're not sure if their garage door is open or closed, and that's just a great way to be able to check off all of these things when you're not home. For instance, if you leave for vacation and you're down the street or an hours down the road, you don't necessarily have the luxury of turning around, going back home to see what you didn't turn off, what you didn't lock. You can see all of that stuff remotely. So those are some of those smart home components. When we talk about the advantages of smart home, one of the biggest advantages is convenience. Being able to see everything that's going on without going all the way home. Being able to save on your electricity bill due to the efficiency of your smart thermostat. So little things like that add up, and it makes life easier, not only for you, but the people that are living in your home as well. Another part of that is the accessibility side of it. Thinking about the elderly. So say you have a elderly parent or grandparent that you're not necessarily able to be right there all the time. Well, using a smart camera or a Google Hub or Alexa allows you to drop in at any time. It allows you to talk back and forth with that loved one, and it's very easy. It's just a code word that you would say, and you can drop in on them via voice or via video. I actually use it for my son to where I can drop in on him to see what he's doing at times. But it's sort of that connection between you and a loved one that you don't necessarily have without technology. They may not know how to work a phone or work a computer or pull up a Skype sometimes, but again, these smart devices make that a whole lot easier for those users. Another big part of this whole thing is security. I think smart homes, one of the biggest draws for most people is the sense of security that they get from having the smart home. So being able to see those cameras or being able to make sure that your door is locked or see who's at your home at a certain time, I think is a big part of a sense of security when you're in your bed sleep and knowing that you have cameras recording in case somebody walks up that you don't know who it is. They have the smart lights now that not only will it record a video, but it will shed a light on that person as well. So having these devices has made burglaries actually go down because people know that they're being watched. So it actually makes you feel a little bit more safe for you and your family. One of the things that I go into on the paper is the perception of the smart home. The perception of the smart home, a lot of people think of it and they think about, uh, you know, the Jetsons. They think about the Jetsons. They think about, all these other things that, you can do with it. So some people's, the early adopters of the smart home, their perception is going to be a whole lot more open as to what they can do and what the limitations are. The late adopters are gonna, have a little bit of. They're not gonna want to jump all the way in. They're gonna want to get little things here and there and actually add to their system over time, and that is possible with the smart home. One of the great things that's happening now is the mass marketing. These big companies are actually mass marketing these devices to where you can go into Lowe's and you can get them. You can go into Best Buy and play with them a little bit to actually find out what works best for you. So that's actually helped the market a whole lot, but it's also kind of broadened the perception or the knowledge of these smart devices to millions of new members every year. Another aspect is the affordability. Smart homes, about 10 years ago, it'll cost about $5,000 to kind of get started. Now you can actually get a smart plug to plug into something to turn on a crock pot or to turn on a light for about 15 bucks. So you can start early, you can use these little tools here and there, and you can add to that system over time. This makes it very affordable no matter what your income may be. They have some people that go ahead and drop that you can spend upwards of $25,000 on fully integrating your home with smart devices. But again, mass media and a number of different competitors have driven the price down on these devices. That makes it easier for people to pick up on it. And then one of the last things I talked about was the future of the smart home. The smart home sector is not only your home; it's your business, it's your hospital, your healthcare is a big part of that. Healthcare technology is one of the new waves. People have wearables, people have phones, people have all of these different devices that can actually be used to track things that you're doing health-wise. And that information should flow to your doctor so that they can better evaluate you or give you some recommendations. So that's one of the future things with smart homes. And I think something that they have to do is continue the brand marketing, letting people know that not only is it safe, but privacy concerns need to be addressed in the future. And more people are going to come on board with more things. They're going to have more connected devices. So it's going to become a way of life. And me being a technology nerd, I guess you can say, I think it's a big part of the future that I'm excited about. And hopefully this research paper can excite you as well. So thank you for your time, and I hope everybody had a great time in the class. Thank you.